Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome back to our YouTube channel once again. And it is my hope and prayer that this video is going to find you guys in good health. Personally, I am fine as you can see. Kisumu is also fantastic, and maybe you could also let me know where you're watching the video from, the county or the country, in case you are out of the republic. Ladies and gentlemen, there is something that I've been telling you on this platform, and it seems most of you guys are not taking it seriously, and it's very serious. It's going to take a miracle for William Samoei Arap Ruto and Kenya Kwanza brigades to win the presidency again in 2027. I'm saying this because Mount Kenya is actually slipping away from the grip of Kenya Kwanza. And I'm shocked that yesterday, none other than Kimani Ichungwa was heckled badly in Kiambu. Kimani Ichungwa was not even allowed to proceed with whatever he was trying to say. And I want you guys to watch that clip. But I asked my guy, Gige from Kirinyaga, to translate for me whatever was in that clip. And this is the brief translation of what he told me. That Kimani Ichungwa tried to attack Uhuru, saying some MCAs are Uhuru supporters, undermining him, and also tried to talk good about Ruto. And the crowd was annoyed, telling him off. They were accusing Ichungwa of being a sellout to Ruto, of being Ruto's wife. In fact, they were calling Kimani Ichungwa Ruto's wife. I posted that clip also on my TikTok and my Facebook, and I can clearly tell most people are saying I may refer to him as Bibi ya Ruto. Can you imagine it has reached a point where Kimani Ichungwa is being referred to as Bibi ya Ruto? Also asking him to stop wasting time talking of Uhuru and deliver chicks he had promised for some, I think he had promised them for some poultry project. And Kibe is telling me, remember some Ruto MPs have been undermining Wamatangi. In short, they were telling him to stop telling him anything about Ruto, because they are liars. So that is the situation. Watch that clip shortly before we proceed.
Na sisi kama viongozi wa Kiambu, juzi wakati tulikuwa lari, hiyo ni vita ya kampeni, tuliwaambia mikutano ya rais. Na nataka niwatangazie hapa President William Ruto na
Kimani Ichungwa is not your ordinary Kenyan. Kimani Ichungwa is one of the close allies of William Ruto. Kimani Ichungwa is the majority leader in the National Assembly. And of course, Kimani Ichungwa was one of the key individuals who really campaigned hard against Uhuru Kenyatta. And I want to take you back. Let me tell you this story a bit. I want to take you back to around, I think it must have been around 2019 or 2020 there. This is how it started for Uhuru Kenyatta. There's a time Uhuru Kenyatta went to Gatundu and he passed the market there. And the residents just stood there watching at Uhuru. And most who understand politics concluded that that was the end of Uhuru Kenyatta. But there were those who were still clinging onto the hopes that Uhuru Kenyatta will still go to the people and win back their support. And also, Uhuru Kenyatta's allies started experiencing a bit of heckling, and the ground started becoming hostile to them. They never thought Uhuru Kenyatta would lose Mount Kenya. And I want to tell William Ruto and his team, this is exactly how it started for or with Uhuru Kenyatta. Before you guys know, Mount Kenya shall have gone. But why are these people so heartless to an extent that the other day you saw them heckling leaders in front of the president, and Rigathi Gachagua had to come out forcefully to warn them?
Mimi nataka niseme nikiwa hapa Kiambu, hiyo tabia ya kupiga kelele mbele ya mfalme, hiyo hapana tabia ya watu ya Mlima Kenya. Hiyo ni tabia ya ODM. Na mimi nikiwa kiongozi wenu hapa, sitaki kuona hiyo maneno tena. Na mimi pia nasema, wewe kama unataka kuleta vijana kuja kuunga yeye kwa mkutano, hapana toa vijana mbali, toa hasa wakule. Si ndio? Hapana toa watu mbali. Kama lazima upange watu wakuja wakupigie makofi, hapana toa watu mbali. Huyu ni mfalme wetu, president wa Kenya, amekuja kutuletea maendeleo. Munaleta aibu mbele ya rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya katika eneo ambao sisi ni watu ya heshima.
So what's really happening in Mount Kenya? Before we analyze this incident of Kimani Ichungwa, in case you are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, allow me to dive in. Ladies and gentlemen, why do you think the residents of Kiambu are heckling Kimani Ichungwa? Let me also tell you something that someone told me about Kiambu. That if elections were to be held in Kiambu today, Uhuru Kenyatta will determine who becomes the MP, who becomes the governor, and who becomes the senator, and all those elective seats. It is now proving itself. The truth of the matter is that Uhuru Kenyatta has really gained ground in Mount Kenya and in Kiambu in particular. But why were these people heckling Kimani Ichungwa? Number one, majority of Kenya Kwanza leaders have proved to the voters there that they don't think for themselves, that they've been turned into voting robots. The truth of the matter is that Kimani Ichungwa is being referred to as Bibi ya Ruto because of the way he was pushing for that housing levy. There's nothing William Ruto wants that Kimani Ichungwa can tell him, don't do it, even if it's very unpopular. A case in point is this housing levy, which is very unpopular with the people. And I think in Kiambu, there's a fight over some land where the houses are supposed to be constructed. And Kimani Ichungwa is really pushing for that land to be given. And Wamatangi is a bit hesitant. And that's why Kimani Ichungwa tried so hard to go and intimidate Wamatangi. So let us wait and see. But the truth is, people like Kimani Ichungwa are now viewed as voting robots. There's nothing they're doing for the people of Mount Kenya. Number two, I also think that the residents of Mount Kenya are actually tired with the leaders allied to William Ruto continuously trying to drag the name of Uhuru Kenyatta in each and every conversation. Uhuru Kenyatta left office. You have been in power for now close to 18 months. Then you still drag the name of Uhuru Kenyatta. For example, Kimani Ichungwa was like trying to tell the people that some MCs are allies of Uhuru Kenyatta. So he thought by dragging the name of Uhuru Kenyatta, the residents were going to support him. Then they told him, no. Tell us something else. Do not tell us anything about Uhuru Kenyatta. And for me, that's a very powerful statement. The truth is, Uhuru Kenyatta left power. You have the power. Why are you still dragging his name? That is what the residents of Mount Kenya are telling these guys. In fact, nowadays, if you go to Mount Kenya, you'll hardly hear them talk about the name of Uhuru Kenyatta because the ground is totally against any attempt to drag the name of Uhuru Kenyatta. Number three, why they were heckled is because of the housing project in Kiambu. I need to dig deep, but I've been reading a lot about Kiambu housing project. And I think the residents there are opposed to it. And there's a time they organized massive demonstrations. But of course, Kenya Kwanza are no longer listening to the ground. They want to force the project on the people. So I think Wamatangi has realized that because it's on the ground, that the residents are totally against these houses being constructed wherever they are supposed to be constructed, and is a bit kind of siding with the residents. But Kimani Ichungwa, being Bibi Ruto, is trying to force the housing project to proceed. And you can't force a project on people. Even if you use power to force it on people, it will just remain there. Nobody will care. And number 4, there is a clear disconnect between Kenya Kwanza leaders and the people who voted for them. It is very clear, very, very clear as light and darkness. There is no way you can push for housing levy without thinking twice. When you know that you conducted public participation and 90% of the people you want to construct the house for told you they don't need those houses, there is no way you can proceed and force those housing on the people and expect the people to clap for you. So it simply means that Kenya Kwanza have forgotten how they came into power in the first place. For those who might not know or remember, Kenya Kwanza came to power through populist politics. It means if there were certain things Uhuru Kenyatta wanted to do which were going to benefit the people, but they were not very popular, they would take advantage of it and oppose it. I can assure you, if William Ruto was the one in the opposition today, and Uhuru Kenyatta tried to implement this housing project, whoa, my friend, William Ruto would have gotten an opportunity and they would be moving around the country telling the people how that housing levy is a very bad thing. In fact, there's a time I advised Kalonzo Musyoka on this platform that if you want to defeat Ruto easily, just use the housing levy and the fuel levy. Those two are enough to send Ruto. Just tell Kenyans that immediately you take over from office, your first agenda on the table is to reverse that housing levy and refund those money to the people who contributed them. You will win the support of majority of Kenyans, because in the next 3 years, how much will be that? And of course, the government can refund those money to the people if they want. It's very simple. They can refund those money to the people. Tell them, okay, this was your money, take it. We will finish those houses with government money. But these guys are not listening. They just want money. Then they do that. Then someone like Rigathi Gachagua is buying curtains for 10 million. Curtains, 10 million. The other day they renovated State House with 600 million. I mean, not State House really, the residence of the deputy president with the 600 million. A house that was constructed with 400 million. How do you renovate a house? So these guys, they have that disconnect. And now, lastly, there is Kenya Kwanza misplaced priority. They don't know what the people want. They're only concerned on what they put in their pocket. In fact, if you study this housing levy closely, you'll realize that there is someone somewhere who is benefiting directly, either through getting kickbacks from the cement companies or getting kickbacks through steel companies. There must be someone who is benefiting directly, and therefore they don't care. They just want to raise money, and then they'll use those money to go and buy the people of Kiambu again to vote for them. And let me also tell you that Uhuru Kenyatta's popularity is growing each and every day in Mount Kenya. And that's why these guys are experiencing this kind of situation they keep on experiencing in Mount Kenya. I don't know what you think. That's my take. Until next time, this is Makwiny. Bye-bye.